was a couple years ago, I went on a wolf hunt with a guy up here in Canada, Nick. He is Misty River Outfitters. Just had a fun experience, got to know him and his family, and they're just really, really good people. And so after getting a chance to know them while we're doing the wolf hunt, we're like, hey, I take my employees on a big trip every other year. And so we just went ahead and like, let's book it for 2025. As we talked through the whole thing, he's got a couple bear tags as well that you guys could purchase to come out here and hunt. So we made this big trip where I got to bring, you know, some of my employees with me. I got to bring my stepdad and my nephew with me. So it just had a really, really fun experience as we planned and prepared and getting ready to come on this trip. A lot of excitement. We're up in Canada. We flew out of Fort McMurray. Beautiful, beautiful place. We got the lake to ourselves. We're bear hunting, we're fishing. We fish in the mornings. We go out and we hunt bears in the afternoon. And it's just been a neat experience because we get to spend all this time together as friends, co-workers, and family, and just drive all the way up through Canada. I mean, the first day we were here, come out to the dock, people are catching fish that night before we even got all set up for the night. Next morning, we're out here, people are catching fish, driving around in these little boats, finding spots to catch fish, and then after everybody comes back, we're eating lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and everybody's just laughing and telling stories and lies and joking and teasing and giving each other a hard time about the fish that they caught versus the fish that the other guy caught.
That's so cool. I got that on video. I got that. That was sweet. I jumped out of the water.
You about jumped in the boat with us.
That would be awesome. You got it to jump in the boat.
Yeah, I don't even have to put hooks on my lures.
And then in the afternoon, we get to go sit in a tree stand or in a ground blind, and we're hunting bears. And then we come back for the next morning, and we're all telling stories about the bears that we've seen and what came in. And it's just been a really, really neat place, neat experience. A lot of cool things that have happened.
This is really why you do this kind of stuff. Why you take family and friends, and got my stepdad and all the old guys on the porch out here just doing what old men should be doing on a fishing trip. That's why we go fishing.
Been outfitting for about 17, 18 years now. 5 or 6 years ago, my wife and I purchased Gypsy Lake Lodge. We're located about 60 miles east of Fort McMurray. The only access in here is by air. It's a short bush plane flight in. At the lodge, we do 2 weeks of bear hunting in the spring. So we bring up to 4 hunters at a time in for a week-long hunt. Stay in our beautiful lodge and eat amazing meals and do some fishing in the mornings before you go out hunting, and then in the afternoons you sit for bears and try and kill a big black bear, and there's lots of them running around here.
The goal of this trip was to not just to get a bear, but to get a bear with a bow, which I've never done. I've never shot a bear with a bow. Actually, I got new arrows from Easton and several broadheads. We got here first evening, felt like I had to readjust a few things, got it all lined up, got my sight tape put on. Just felt really good with my bow.
That was loud.
Sounded like I hit my other arrow.
Yeah, that was loud.
So the first night we went out bear hunting, we went to 2 different places. Dylan went off by himself, and then Branson and I went over to another spot, and we had nothing coming in all night long at our bait until there towards the end. We had a sow with 2 little teeny cubs come in, and she sensed something was amiss and sent the cubs up a tree, and she was huffing and slapping the ground and running around and making a big old scene, which was it was pretty neat to watch. We were up in a tree stand, and there was nothing we were ever worried about.
Those little babies were so stinking cute. She stood up on her hind legs for a second. You see that? Give us a good little show there for a little bit, though.
And that was it. First night we just seen sows and cubs at the baits we were sitting. Then did our thing that morning, and then the next night we went out. And Dylan ended up shooting a smaller sow that was a pretty big nuisance bear.
Well, I guess we got her done.
As we're sitting on our bait, we had 4 different bears that night. They were just coming in and out, but then finally that big boar, he come out and hung around long enough. We got a good shot of him.
Well, I got my first bear in Canada and my first bear with my bow. I got to give a big shout out to Easton Arrows, Sever Broadheads, Matthews, and this Halo Knock.
Last night, which was the 3rd night, I went back to the same spot, and I took my stepdad with me because he's never experienced anything like this before, so I wanted him to come out and kind of get a feel for what it's like to have bears all around you.
I think it's gonna be good. You excited?
I'm excited. I'm shaking.
I'll just wait till the bears come in.
And then Dylan went back to the place he was the very first night where that sow with the 3 cubs were. And there was this big cinnamon colored bear that we've all been you know, just kind of hoping it would come into one of our baits. And it had been hitting the bait Dylan was on, and it had hit the bait that I was on every single morning. And so we're just hoping that we'd be able to cross paths with him. And we ended up shooting a smaller boar, but he was a nice boar. He was pretty dominant in there, and it was fun to watch him interact with the rest. And we ended up shooting that boar. And so we sent out a message, hey, we got a bear down. Once Nick got out and helped us, we were getting the bear loaded up. He gets a message saying, hey, we had to go. Dawson got a big bear. He got the bear they were looking for. We think that's the one he got. And so we're all excited for Dawson. He's got his first bear. We're all just hooping and hollering. We're gonna go help Dawson load that bear up, and then we get a message from Dylan, hey, we got a bear down. And so we're like, oh, Dylan's right next to us. So they had somebody helping Dawson, so we ran over to help Dylan. We get my bear loaded up, we drive over there, and Dylan shot that big cinnamon colored, big, beautiful boar. He's just gorgeous. This is the one that we were all looking for on the camera, so we were all stoked and excited that he got the one we were looking for.
Really nice color.
Brought 4 arrows and we're going home with 2 bloody ones. 2 dead bears. Heck yeah, man.
Had you been there for a minute, man? You got a lot of footage of him?
Not a lot, but honestly, when he came in,
a minute.
I got hit with buck beaver so bad. I was just shaking I'm like, I can't make a shot right now. We gotta just chill.
Well, no, I was sleeping.
I think I'm getting addicted to this bow hunting stuff.
We get here and you can see Dawson's bear just keeping out of the boat. His was the biggest out of all of them. So Dawson got his bear and it was massive, and Dylan got this massive bear, and then we shot this good sized boar. And we had 3 big bears laying up here on the shoreline last night.
That's still out of the shoulder.
Yeah, I finally got locked on as I was pulled back and just pulled back the finger. I wasn't confident, but my dad was. He was like, you got him. I was like, you sure? You sure? I can't get my hopes up.
One of my favorite things about being outdoors and hunting isn't me being able to harvest and me being able to go out and get the stuff myself. It's taking people out that have never done it before. My stepdad, David, who's never done anything like this before with black bears. We're sitting in the blind and we literally have bears walking into the back of our blind. I'm videoing it backwards over my shoulders as bears walking up into the blind. Little teeny bear come up behind us, and we got bears coming from all over, and he's just sitting there like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I've never done anything like this before. And that, to me, that's what it's about, right?
Watch it. Now watch. We're in the blind. Now watch. Now watch him. He's like, what was that?
He runs off.
He does, and then he jumps. He's like, oh no, get me out of here.
So dang excited. I'm more excited to see that bear down than anything. The 2 bears tonight literally sealed the deal for me. It was the icing for me.
And all the guys that I work with, you know, that's why we go and do experiences every other year, is so that they get to go out and go do things and see things that they normally might not get a chance to do. And it's something that we get to take them and do just to show them how much we appreciate what they do for us. I think most of us up here, besides maybe 1 or 2 people, have never caught a pike in their life. And after today, or after this weekend, they've probably catch over 100 pike a day. Like, it's never seen this many fish in my life. It's unreal. You can get cool experiences all over the world, but when you get to have a cool experience and do it with really good people, to me, that's like the ultimate combination, and that's why we're here with Nick.